Hey, my name is Jamie. But anyways, you know, is this really worth it? All this just because Trump supporters, just because Trump feels like the election was rigged. This probably ain't the first time the election was rigged. The United States of America has been going down ever since. Yeah, we've been staying afloat here and there. But for real, 4 people died because of this cause. We already have enough people, millions and millions of people dying because of this coronavirus. And now more people are dying because of this new strain that's in the United States. When is enough? Okay, I didn't vote. I mean, according to the state, I'm a Democrat, but I didn't vote because I don't like to vote because it's stupid. I know we are voting for a president to be in a seat. My philosophy is whether they'll do good or they'll do bad. And that's what I look at it as. But this right here, hearing about the whole Trump trying to push Texas pushing other states to recount the election because they think it's fraud, trying to find evidence, spending $3 million trying to find evidence, and every time they try to use money to find evidence of errors or corruption in the election, they found no evidence. So why in the world do you think these 10,000s and whatever, how many people are there at the Capitol rampaging the White House just because they didn't want to hear the results of the election? They didn't want to hear, oh, Biden won. I mean, what's going on? What has to happen? It's like Trump could have done this. Instead of things going to the way they came out to be. Instead of all those people going into Washington, D.C., starting a riot, instead of 4 people dying because of this riot, Trump could have accepted his loss and then come back in 4 years with a solid plan, and then be president again, or election again in 4 years. But what has this done to his image? Now there's people dying for his cause, and we hear about the coronavirus. We hear about this new strain, 6 feet across kind of stuff. But here's 10 millions and thousands of people gathering at the White House with a potential case of catching these sad diseases that are out there, that we are being told to be precautious about, look out for. Make sure you're not close to someone that's not your family, or whatever the case may be. What is wrong with America? I'm an American. Honestly, whoever wins. That's me. And the loser accepts their loss. And those that think this is not Trump's fault, you are so blind. Me being a non that didn't vote for neither Trump or Biden, you are blind to see that this is Trump's fault. Even though he felt that way, he pumped up the American people that believed in him to do this last thing, this last ditch effort to try to force Trump into the office. And I know that's probably not his intentions because he wants to go by peacefully. But 4 people already died for this cause. All because they're unhappy with the results of the election. When is it going to stop? When is the deaths for the coronavirus and everything else is not going to stop? Why don't you accept your loss? All those people, just whatever. And if Trump wants to run after 4 years or whatever, then he runs, and then if he gets back and he's the president again in 4 years or whatever, then he's the president in 4 years. But this is not the way to go. People bringing tear gas, guns. What is this going to accomplish? Probably like, oh, this is something to remember. Yeah, this is something to remember, that you bring all these people to Washington, D.C., all because you felt the election was unfair when there was no evidence of the unfair part of the election. Even states that recounted the election votes said it came that Biden was ahead of you. They recounted for you, and that showed that Biden was in the lead, and you were disappointed. This has to stop. This makes me not be proud to be an American because of this stupid crap.